For over 3 decades, the People's Liberation Army Air Force powered its modernization using imported Soviet and Russian turbofan engines. Between 1992 and 2019 alone, Beijing purchased nearly 4,000 Russian power plants to keep its fighter jets and transport aircraft airborne. This map highlights a massive operational liability. With Russia prioritizing its own military resupply under the weight of international sanctions, the supply lines for spare parts and replacement engines that maintain up to 40% of China's air fleet are now actively threatened. Beijing has shifted engine development into a phase of urgent operational necessity to prevent a potential fleet-wide grounding. Sovereign jet propulsion is now a mandatory requirement for the PLA to guarantee readiness and maintain the strategic balance of power in the Pacific theater. Replicating a supercruise turbofan requires mastering tacit knowledge, the undocumented experiential expertise gained from decades on the factory floor. Western and Russian aerospace manufacturers rely on a generational apprenticeship model, passing down specialized machining intuition. China's aerospace workforce is concentrated in their late 20s and 30s, lacking this deep reservoir of hands-on experience. This schematic of a high-pressure turbine blade shows exactly where this knowledge gap manifests. Jet engines require single-crystal superalloy blades to withstand extreme thermal cycling. Imprecise casting in these complex internal cooling structures leads directly to microcracks and overheating at high RPMs. This chart compares the mean time between failures for early domestic hardware. First-generation Chinese WS-10 engines required overhauls every 30 hours. The Russian AL-31 benchmark operates for 400 hours. In its first 3 years, the PLA logged nearly 20,000 faults with the WS-10. China's billions in aerospace funding cannot instantly manufacture the foundational expertise required for high-end propulsion. To bypass this barrier, Beijing consolidated its fragmented research units into the Aero Engine Corporation of China in 2016, backing the enterprise with a $42 billion mandate to accelerate iterative testing. Looking at this deployment matrix, that investment is yielding operational hardware. Improved domestic variants like the WS-10 and WS-20 are actively replacing Russian imports inside China's heavy fighters and transport aircraft. Producing reliable fourth-generation power plants proves AECC's financial brute force model works. However, mastering fifth-generation stealth propulsion presents a strictly harder physics problem. This graphic illustrates the primary vulnerability of China's fifth-generation WS-15 engine bleed. Inefficient air leakage around the core disrupts thermal management. Without supercruise capability, pilots are forced to use afterburners to reach supersonic speeds, which drastically expands the aircraft's thermal and radar cross-section. Because the WS-15 cannot yet reliably supercruise, the PLA Navy remains heavily dependent on older Russian platforms to project power and conduct maritime strikes. By successfully fielding the WS-10 and WS-20, AECC has demonstrated it can now replicate fourth-generation benchmarks. This progress has effectively halved China's technology deficit compared to Western leaders, narrowing a 30-year gap down to 15. Once the WS-15 achieves true supercruise and high-yield mass production, the PLA will sever its final reliance on foreign hardware. That achievement will deliver fully sovereign air combat power, shifting the